Hi, Clint. Thank you for joining us in CSR News PH. Ang una kong tanong, what made you decide to join JCI and serve others?
Um, Hi, David. One, it's because of my dad, given that he's a JCI also from our chapter. Two is that I had this very delightful experience with an orphanage. It was my first project. We titled it as Libre Lang Mangarap. The project went successful, and this kid came up to me and said, Kuya, it was really a nice thing for you to do that you did this project. I really want to be a doctor to help my family. So I realized that it's very fulfilling to help others. We may think that it's so little for us, but in the long run, it's something big for others. And we will never know actually that you contributed in a little way. My third would be I was born with biliary atresia, something to do with the liver, and I wanted to give back not because I have this sickness, but I wanted to give back because the story went like this. My doctor said to my dad that I won't live for another months after I was born. Then luckily my dad found a very good surgeon. We had a Kasai procedure done to me. It's where you get the bile ducts from your gallbladder and connect it to your liver. So for me, I see this as my second life responsibility to give back in some ways I can. That would be my top three reasons for joining JCI.
Can you share with us the leadership principles that guided you in running JCI Cebu?
I wanted to be a leader where I lead by example.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a leader that cares, a leader about the people, about my members, and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be very responsible to owning up his mistakes. As our past president said, when you become a JCI Cebu president, it is your 1 year to lead. It is your own discretion. It is the biggest challenge of your JCI career where you can be the best that you can be. So I was like, okay, I lead it how I want to lead it. I think that's about it for me. And I think it's a very good outcome.
Nitong panahon ng pandemic, I'm sure everyone's affected. How did you keep your team motivated in doing these activities?
Being the president under the pandemic, it's the biggest challenge. Activating members and motivating members, it's a completely difficult task. Luckily, with my core team, we formed a brotherhood. To be honest, there was no strategic planning under my term. It was a come what may, if you say so. So I was like, sige, let's do projects that are random, that we see fit to this term, because we will never know what will happen. God bless me with very active and motivated members. So I feel grateful, regardless if I'm in and out the hospital. They are still doing the project that they want to do, and I never stop them from doing what they want to do. I just keep on telling them that for every project you do, make sure you learn, and it's something close to your heart. It's worth all the hassle, and it's very self-fulfilling.
What do you think is your team's greatest legacy?
I really would emphasize my tagline, MED in Action, abbreviation for Men of Excellence and Discipline in Action. We as members, we strive to do what our society needs. It's more hard work being an active citizen. So I think the best legacy is in the time of pandemic, there are still people like JCI Cebu there to help, regardless if it's pandemic. We always say in our chapter, we always joke around and say, COVID ka lang, JCI Cebu kami. Helping others would be the greatest legacy.
What's next for you, Clint, now that you're past your administration?
Um, yeah, tough question. I think I'll be back in my family business. I'm really not sure if there's something out there for me for JCI in area or regional or national. If there's an opportunity, I will think about it. But for now, I'd like to focus on our family business and my son, because I think I lack a year spending time with him because of this JCI term.
Anong advice yung may bibigay mo sa mga presidents ngayon, 2021, 2022, or sa mga newbie members ng JCI in the Philippines?
For the presidents, please remember that it's your 1 year to lead. So you might as well make the most out of it. Keep in mind that what's good for the chapter is what's good for everyone. It's just not you. There are people who will badmouth you, but just make sure you attend to the welfare of the chapter because you are servicing the chapter. And for the members, the aspiring members, if you have the opportunity to come across JCI, grab that opportunity because in JCI, everything is free. The learnings, as time goes by, I think I've become a better person. Give it a shot. You have more to gain.
Waves for Water Philippines reached out to us. We immediately took up the challenge of reaching out to Lola Matilde. We conducted an initial visit to Sitio Calibasan, Toledo, Cebu City. As per initial visit, aside from not having a supply or source of clean water, we also identified other problems. So our JCI Cebu members immediately decided to address these problems. So what started as one project became 6 projects.
Access to clean water is vital to life and our survival.
Imagine taking dangerous hikes for more than 2 kilometers just to get water. This is what Sitio Calibasan is experiencing every day.
It's been very humbling to know that we've been able to provide clean water access and additional rainwater storage capacity to Lola Matilde and the residents of Sitio Calibasan in Toledo City, Cebu.
Hydrate Cebu is a project in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals to provide clean water and sanitation. Thanks to Waves for Water, in partnership with H&M and Cebu Pacific, with their amazing filtration system device, we are not just able to provide Sitio Calibasan with tanks and containers, but also the opportunity to get clean and potable water coming from the rain or stocked water collected in their area.
We have this project, Bags of Hope, from JCI Cebu. So we give bags with supplies in Calibasan Elementary School here in Toledo City.
Project Smile is actually a project in which we want to bring the smile in each and every family.
As a project chair of Light Up Cebu, ni-donate mi karon og 6 ka solar panels. Amo siya gibutang diri sa eskwelahan, sa chapel, sa stage, and then especially sa agianan.
Oplan Tambayayong community pantry has been running for 4 weeks now. We didn't expect to sustain this project for 4 weeks. We were thinking that this will last for 2 weeks only.
This initiative wouldn't have been possible without our friends from H&M Philippines and JCI Cebu. Thank you for being our partners on the ground. We'd also like to thank our friends from Cebu Pacific and the 82nd Infantry Battalion of the Armed Forces of the Philippines for providing logistics and transportation support.
JCI Cebu would like to thank JCI Cebu Hara, Banapple Pies and Cheesecakes, and of course, the Office of 3rd District Board Member
Tata Corominas for her full support that made this project a reality.
On behalf of JCI Cebu, thank you to JCI Cebu Sinulog Chapter and also to our partners, IFM 93.9 Cebu, DYHP, and also to RMN Foundation.
Thank you kayo sa training team, business dev, linkages, and especially the community development team.
We would like to thank the Academia Global System colleges for donating 5 kilos of rice to 30 households.
Ani ako karon mapasalamaton sa mga taga JCI nga mianhi dinhi
for sharing your resources and for your generous donation in school and in the community.
And it is with great pride that I say this. As president of JCI Cebu Inc., I am very grateful for everyone for going an extra mile.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to our last GMM for the Med in Action term. And also, this will be our 2022 elections.
Welcome to the election of JCI Cebu 2022 Board of Directors. With me comprising the COMELEC are past presidents, JCI Senator Boy Lim and JCI Senator Efren Valiente. Tonight, as per JCI Cebu's Constitution and bylaws, we will be or you will be electing the 15 members of the Board of Directors.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate President Glenn and all the members of the Board of Directors and all of the members. Job well done during the area conference. You have won several awards and that is an achievement.
Hopefully, with this election, we will continue the tradition of Cebu JCs, producing good leaders who are trained on traits of a good leader.
Again, like I've said before, I think a year with a brother standing beside you is very commendable. To JCI Cebu this year is very united and strong. Kanang ligon ng kita, and for everyone who believed in me leading this organization, thank you.
And of course, completing the slate of this brotherhood of purpose, of meaning, and of big things, the man behind the many Quadro Awards for 2021, the man behind this big fellowship, this big brotherhood, my long friend ever since, our immediate past president for 2021, JCI Cebu, Mr. D. Clint Medina.
Very confident sa atong 2022 President-elect Jack Sistola and the rest of the BODs, and I'm looking forward to more achievements. I think more quadros and more merit than hakot-hakot sa Temyong.